This has always been one of my favorite weather formations. Very strong sails is when the atmosphere is so unstable. We have a thunderstorm, a lightning storm, as Mother Nature puts the atmosphere back the way it's supposed to be. Everything in nature wants to go back to its lowest energy state. It's my favorite weather because I love change. This is a great time for all of us to get rid of dead weight in our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. I love the most dramatic and most dangerous storms. Now, of course, I pray for those that get caught up in these storms and are hurt, like children that drown from these flash floods that we've been having in Illinois. I don't want anybody to get hurt that I love, and that are good people. Bad people, good for them. But check out that lightning, man. Even before I was given the name Thunder's Dreams by a brother, a Kickapoo warrior, a Come Crudos warrior, Juan Mancias, gave me the name Thunder's Dreams when I was younger. In Kickapoo, that's Paui Kenawata. In Come Crudos, it's Mak Pes. Now, Thunder's Dreams is the one that would teach the people the way. Now, when I first heard it, when he gave me that name back in the day, I was like, is this dude just playing with me? Does he think I'm one of these gringos out here that just need an Indian name? I already have one, I already have African names. Maybe he just playing me. Maybe he just made up a name that really means sucker, But it was interesting. The thing he was right about, I've always known before he gave me that name, I always derived my energy from extreme thunderstorms and lightning storms. I actually went out, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, I guess here. I went out driving because I got off work at 1:30 this morning, but I'm just not asleep. And I saw the storm coming, and I just decided to go ride out in it before it even came here, but I can see it coming. And it looks like one of those ones that might bring a tornado at night. So that's why I went ahead and came back. Because I'm the type, I sit out there in the middle of it. But my children are here by themselves, so I didn't want them here by themselves. But I love just being out in the middle of it. I did used to think about being a storm chaser and things like that. It's a lot of things I still might do. I believe whatever age you choose, you can start over and become whatever you want. I've been on this planet for 44 years. And if I live just 20 more years, that means I can start over like today is the first day I was born and live to be 20 years old. If I live to be 21, I'm sorry, if I live just 21 more years, that's the way I see it and the way I reset my own clock. I can die at 21. That's how I've always seen it. When I go out in the hoop, I expect my body to do exactly what it did when I was 18. I don't care about people saying, well, you're getting old. No, I'm not. Eat young, think young, your body's gonna be young. That's the only difference. Everything I do is gonna stay young. Everybody that thinks they're old, they're just old news to me. They think they're mature, but they're actually just behind the times. They're mostly afraid, scary imbeciles. Afraid to get their body in shape, afraid to make real money, take chances, afraid to even set up a good safety net so that when you do take a risk in a business, you have a nest egg to fall back on if things don't work out, and then you do it again. Afraid to go up to your creator and ask very deep questions about things that you believed in as a child so you can transform into an adult and have beliefs that suit an adult. I've been that man for many, many, many years. And now I'm at the cusp of a rebirth for something totally different. As I'm sitting here looking at this storm, the same type of storm that I've seen as a child when I was like 7 years old, when I first understood that I get a lot of energy from these storms. These storms can be scary. When you see a wind that starts to shake a whole house, you think your car might lift up. Sometimes that can really happen. Like, look at that boat. I'm sorry you're not getting the best view. I could probably get a better view if I go sit in the ride and go out into the field. But just in case that we do have a little tornado or something tonight, I don't want to die and leave my children here alone. So if we're going to have a tornado, we dying together tonight. First, I'm going to get everybody up into the crawl space of the house and make things happen. But on a better note, just check that out. Check out the wind. The storm hasn't even gotten here yet. Most people think they're in the storm because they see the light show. They hear the wind, they get afraid. The storm's not even here yet. You'll know when it's here. That's when you start boo-booing on yourself. It's when you start pee-peeing on yourself. If you really was in the midst of the storm. Most of you have never been close to a lightning strike. I have. I was sitting on the front porch, and I have to say it was one of my homies. We ain't that close now. You know, he's a cool guy. But we were sitting on the porch, and I was talking about how me being Paui Kinawata and getting much energy from lightning storms, Mother Spirit say, take your ass back inside while I work. And I was like, I'm brave. And I am. I say about 25 feet in front of me, a tree just exploded and bark shot directly in our direction, hitting us in the face. That's how close we were to that lightning strike. That means take your ass inside. Stay away from the windows. See, sometimes you can sit and watch the glory of the Creator. Sometimes you got to get your ass back. I would love to see a volcano up close, but it's too freaking hot to get that close. You can get to certain parts where the lava is starting to cool and feel that intense heat, but you'll never be able to put your face right up to the mouth as it's gushing out lava. You'll melt. You'll never be able to get that close. Just the gases will be choking you. You won't have good oxygen to breathe to get that good glimpse. We gotta stand back because we are in this flesh. But my spirit is still strong. I am something that most of these mortals cannot understand. Now, you can laugh if you want. Anybody that knows me knows I always did it my way. My beliefs are mine. The way I see the world is mine. I'm having a Tupac moment. Crazy Larry. That's what they used to call me. And I feel like Tupac in that movie Juice. You know, the first time you said it, I was kind of bugging, but you're right. I am crazy. I'm crazy enough to believe that my Creator truly is my Father. I'm not like a lot of these people that say that their Father's in heaven, but they're not worthy. Shit, I'm worthy. My Father created this whole universe. My mother in heaven created this whole universe. My Father in heaven and my mother in heaven. It's got to be positive and negative, and it's got to be masculine and feminine for me. That force that created this universe, that's where I come from. So I don't have to beg. That doesn't mean I can't die in a car accident. Doesn't mean that this storm can't pick me up and smash my face against the concrete 10,000 times like a little ant, that doesn't mean that you're not worthy. That just means that in this delicate flesh that we were given, which you had to be given so that you can understand and take the full benefits and reap and smell the roses on this planet. Without this flesh, if you were just a spirit floating around, you wouldn't be able to get it. You wouldn't be able to enjoy things here. You got to feel pain. You got to feel joy. You got to be able to taste stuff. You got to be able to throw up and shit and piss so that you can understand what this place is all about, so you can truly appreciate it. You got to see these storms so you can appreciate when it's nice and peaceful. And when you get about 100 days of so-called fair weather, you need a storm to remind your ass that it could be opposite. You have to see people die so you can appreciate life. If you can just walk through fire and not feel anything, you wouldn't give a shit about life. You'll be doing crazy shit like jumping in lava just to see what the fuck will happen. If you didn't have pain, do you know how many people have their eyes gouged out and legs broken and sawed off just because they wanted to just see how I feel to jump through a fan, jump out of a helicopter and do some crazy shit? You have to see death and experience pain so that you can appreciate the gift that you were given. And I'm making this video because I have to talk to a lot of people tomorrow, a lot of my clients and some of my prospective clients. Of course, y'all know I call them initiates to my university, HealThyselfUniversity.net. My universities, Know Thyself University and Heal Thyself Universities, I don't have clients, I have initiates, people that want to change their lives. The degree you're going to get is a new body, a new mind, and a new spirit to take you deeper than you've ever been taken before. That's what I'm all about. When people ask me, well, I don't think I can, shut up. You wanted the teacher is here. If you are truly the student, shut the F up and listen. Once you gain knowledge, then you can comment. But until you're one of my peers, all you can do is learn from me right now. Now that might sound arrogant to you, but I'm a teacher, damn it. Shut up and listen. Once you get some understanding and you transform your life as I have transformed mine and other people's, then you can give me your opinion about what you think the next step should be. Now, just like I'm talking to you like that, this is how my Creator talks to me. See, when you go to a book to look for the Creator, I look up in the sky. I go to the heavens for knowledge. Because that's where my knowledge is. My Creator's talking to me right now. Now, what page is that? What chapter is that? Can you listen to those raindrops and tell me what page that is? My God is a living God. I don't know about yours. But whatever I want, I get. Maybe not always when I think I should get it. But it's always right on time. Now, a lot of you, I hear you say that. Y'all don't really believe it. The word prayer means to beg. I just asked my Father and Mother in heaven. Same way I asked my Father and Mother here on earth. The ones that gave me life here. Mom, is it okay? Dad, is it okay? I talk to my Creator in heaven like that. That doesn't mean there's not any reverence involved. It's ultimate reverence. But if I really truly believe that my Creator wants me to do something in life, it's okay for me to ask, well, can I get this on my road? Can I get that on my road? Well, it looks like I'm about to come up against some more enemies? Can I get this weapon? Can I get this spiritual weapon? And can I get this earthly weapon? Whatever I need. Hey, I'm going to need a lot more money to heal a lot more people. What road should I go down to get that money? And my creator will let me know. Now, when I misuse it, I get spanked just like any other child. I got spanked recently. Business was doing good. Other things was happening. I hit the road. I was kicking it. But my creator told me, watch who you're around. $19,000 slipped through my hands. Super fast. Now I'm going to make it again. I'm going to keep making it. Money is currency. You're going to keep getting it. But I had to get spanked a little bit. That money went fast and it was all gone. And I even used money that it took to run my company, which was stupid. But, I had people around me said they would get it back to me. They was going to do their part. They didn't do a damn thing. So I'm here talking to my creator, getting spanked again. But what you can't hear in those thunder rumbles is my creator saying, I got you again. Don't do that shit anymore. I said, yes, sir. Now I'm going to give you this money again. Save my people. Yes, ma'am. Now you telling me yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. But you said that last time. And I told you I was going to spank you. And I got my ass out, sir. For that ass whooping. That's how me and my creator are talking right now. But upstairs, I got two beautiful children. One a young man, one a young woman. Who need me to keep going up higher and higher on these different levels that I've been going on. I love seeing them when I travel. And I point out the Grand Canyon. I show them the reservation that I was on. I didn't have to live there, but I just visited and made a lot of good friends, good family connections. Me showing my children where I've been and where I'm going, it keeps that sacred hoop connected. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about when I say that sacred hoop. I've always been about that life. I'm an indigenous warrior. Not because somebody told me, I was born that way. And all these battles, I'm further created into the warrior that I am today. I am that bull with horns. I am that big buffalo. I am that dragon. I am that tiger. And I am that lion. I am that snake with wings, that great dragon, Jokakubwa. That is me. But let me get back in here. I want to enjoy talking to my creator. But I've been saying I was going to make more videos for you guys. And I'm going to go back into commentating about a little bit of everything. I wasn't going to talk about things in the news and all that. But you know what? It's all a part of health. And you need to see my perspective. And I get a lot of people, even though I want to talk about science, most people aren't down with that. So I got to talk about what you guys want to talk about. Then I can say, hey, let me help you get rid of that waste. Let me help you help you heal yourself so you can tell your doctor it's time for you to get off that medication. I have to say it like that, legally. But it is really you connecting back with your creator and allowing your body to heal itself once you put in your mouth what's supposed to be in there. That's what I am. I'm that mediator. I'm that medium. I'm that one you come to when you forget how to realign and yoke yourself back to your creator. This has been Lorenzo McCoy. Peace, happiness. And for those of you who are asleep, I know most of everybody here in the Western Hemisphere, this northern part, as we call it the northern part, even though I look at it east and west also. You can cut up the sphere any way you want. But in the northern hemisphere, in the west, everybody's sleeping right now. I'm always awake. Everybody say your prayers. As I say mine like this and tell my children to say it, I pray for a peaceful sleep and informative dreams that teach me something in life that I can use tomorrow. May I also wake up peacefully to a brand new day so I can be reborn to do better than I did today. Amen, amen.